Success and the law of diminishing interest. Why staying engaged is the key to lasting achievement. In our pursuit of success, many of us start with enthusiasm and energy that feels limitless. We're motivated, driven, and see nothing but potential. Yet, as the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, that initial fire can begin to fade. This fading interest isn't just a random occurrence. It's actually rooted in a psychological principle known as the law of diminishing interest. Understanding this law and learning to counteract it is essential for anyone who wants to achieve sustainable success and long-term fulfillment. The law of diminishing interest, what it means. The law of diminishing interest states that as time goes on, our natural excitement and engagement with a task or goal often decrease. What once inspired us becomes a routine, or worse, an obligation. You might have noticed this with New Year's resolutions, personal projects, or even major career goals. As we make progress and experience some initial wins, our excitement often starts to wear off. In simple terms, it's the reason why many of our pursuits start strong but don't always reach the finish line. But here's the thing. Successful people recognize this tendency and build systems and habits to combat it. Rather than letting their interests fizzle out, they reignite their motivation with discipline and purpose. There are several reasons why our interest may diminish over time. 1. Adaptation. When we experience something over and over, our brains get used to it. This is why the excitement of a new job or project may fade once the novelty wears off. 2. Lack of immediate rewards. As we progress towards any major goal, it's normal for the path to feel long. Unlike quick wins, sustainable success requires patience, persistence, consistency. And when immediate results aren't seen, motivation can drop. 3. Perceived obstacles. Challenges are a natural part of any journey, but encountering them without a strong purpose can make us question our path. 4. Shiny object syndrome. In a world of endless options, it's easy to lose focus when a new opportunity appears, leaving our original goals behind. Turning awareness into action. While the law of diminishing interest is a powerful reality, it doesn't have to stand in the way of your success. The good news is that we can build resilience to this natural tendency and set up our environment to keep us focused on our goals. Here are a few strategies to keep your fire burning bright, even when things get tough. 1. Define your why. Motivation alone can get you started, but a purpose is what keeps you going. Ask yourself, why is this goal so important? A clear, deep reason behind your goal acts as an anchor, helping you withstand distractions and obstacles. When you feel yourself drifting, reconnect with that why. Success is really about short-term satisfaction. It's about building something that aligns with who you are and what you truly want. 2. Break it down into smaller goals. When we only focus on the finish line, the path can feel overwhelming. By setting smaller, achievable milestones along the way, we create mini rewards that reignite our interest. Celebrating these wins keeps you engaged in the process rather than fixated on the end result. Success is not just reaching the summit, it's conquering every step along the way. 3. Embrace discipline and consistency over motivation. Motivation is powerful, but it's temporary. Discipline, on the other hand, is what will carry you through those days when interest wanes. When you commit to a schedule or habit, you build consistency, which helps you maintain progress regardless of how you feel in the moment. This shift from chasing motivation to cultivating discipline and consistency is a key factor in achieving long-term success. 4, regularly reassess and adapt. Allow yourself to check in with your goals and progress periodically. Are your strategies still effective? Do you need a new approach? This doesn't mean changing the goal, but rather adapting the plan. Remember, flexibility within structure can help keep your journey fresh and engaging. 5, stay inspired by progress, not just the goal. When we focus solely on what's left to achieve, it's easy to lose sight of how far we've come. By regularly acknowledging the progress you've made, you remind yourself that you're moving forward. Success is a journey, and recognizing that journey can help you build the confidence and momentum you need to reach your goals. Consider a marathon runner. Few people wake up one day and decide to run a 26 miles marathon without training. Marathon runners start with shorter runs, gradually increasing their distance as they build stamina. Along the way, they face days when they don't feel like training, injuries, and perhaps even doubts about whether they will ever make it to the finish line. What keeps them going? It's the combination of a clear goal, discipline, and a deep commitment to finishing what they started. They've trained their minds to walk through the law of diminishing interest by focusing on the purpose behind their run and their small victories along the way. The opposite of the law of diminishing interest could be thought of as the law of compounding interest in passion and commitment. Rather than losing interest over time, this concept suggests that the more we engage with something meaningfully, the more our interest, skill, and satisfaction grow. With the right approach, this growing momentum helps us maintain energy and achieve lasting success. Here's how to apply this law of compounding interest to fuel success. 1, build connections with your goals. To compound interest in your work or pursuits, you need to have a genuine connection to what you're doing. This means understanding not only what you want to achieve, but also why it matters to you. When your goals align with your values and desires, they resonate more deeply, keeping your interest alive and growing. 2, embrace continuous learning and curiosity. People who thrive long-term constantly seek ways to deepen their understanding. Approach each step as an opportunity to learn, improve, and innovate. When you commit to growth, your knowledge and skills compound, leading to a richer experience and more profound interest over time. 3, seek positive reinforcement and celebrate small wins. The more we experience success, even in small ways, the more invested we become. Make it a habit to recognize progress and reward yourself for milestones. Each achievement adds to your confidence and commitment, creating an upward spiral of motivation. 4, practice incremental growth. Just as compound interest grows gradually, small, steady improvements add up to big changes. Break down your larger goals into smaller, actionable steps and focus on consistent daily progress. This keeps tasks manageable and creates a rhythm that compounds over time, building sustained momentum. 5, invest in self-reflection and adaptability. Compounding interest requires us to occasionally step back and reflect on what's working and what isn't. Regularly assess your progress, adapt your approach if necessary, and look for ways to stay engaged. Self-reflection keeps you aligned with your goals and fuels continuous growth. 6, surround yourself with inspiring people. Being around people who support your ambitions and share your drive can amplify your passion. This social compounding effect can keep your interest fresh and help you learn from others who have successfully navigated similar paths. Strong relationships with like-minded people help to create a sense of purpose and drive that grows over time. 7, commit to mastery and purpose over time. The journey toward mastery builds a compounding effect as each level of skill unlocks new opportunities and potential. By focusing on a sense of purpose beyond just the result, such as becoming the best version of yourself or contributing meaningfully to others, you're more likely to remain invested for the long haul. When we apply these principles, our interest and commitments deepen over time rather than diminish. Each effort builds on the previous one, leading to a compounding effect that drives continuous engagement and ultimately success. This approach not only helps sustain motivation, but also creates a fulfilling journey that feels purposeful and rewarding. One where interest grows alongside achievement. Success, therefore, becomes more than a destination. It's the outcome of a process where your dedication and interest multiply, creating an upward path that both fulfills you and helps you reach your highest goals. Success beyond the fading interest. At the end of the day, the law of diminishing interest affects us all, but it doesn't mean we can't achieve extraordinary things. By recognizing this natural tendency, you empower yourself to push beyond the initial excitement and stay consistent in your efforts. True success comes to those who can remain engaged and determined long after the initial spark fades. When you encounter moments of fading interest, remember this. Success isn't about a single leap, but about showing up day after day, even when the excitement isn't there. Embrace the journey, build discipline, and nurture your commitment. Because while interest may diminish, the rewards of unwavering dedication never will. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.